Hi everyone, it's June 29th, 2012, and I hope everyone is keeping cool and taking every necessary precaution to not put yourself in an unhealthy situation. Here in Illinois, close to St. Louis, we are at a high for yesterday of 106 degrees. Today I think we're being a little bit more reasonable at 105. But any way you slice it, it is too darn hot for me to be outside. So common sense tells me if there was anything at all that I wanted to do outside in the garden, I had better get it done and before 9 a.m. Because when we woke up this morning, it was like 82. That's not very good because you know when it's 82 and 7 o'clock in the morning that it's going to get to 105 a mite quicker than if it were 60 in the morning. So my husband and I got to enjoy the deck, excuse me, this morning, and we got to enjoy it, and then we reasonably made the decision that it was time for me to go inside. And that's where I've remained all day long. I have not gone outside because I know that the heat's going to really bother my multiple sclerosis. So sometimes you just got to make reasonable decisions. It's not hard unless, of course, there's garage sales tomorrow. That might be difficult, but I'm just going to pray that it cools off. Okay, so we've talked about it over and over again, how many different symptoms there are with multiple sclerosis and how it's different for everyone, and that's what gives doctors such a fit. Recently, I have yet another new symptom, and I'm not sure if I spoke about it on my last video. I remember showing my cane, my pink cane, so cute, but I don't remember what was going on. So I think I mentioned my ankle or my knee were popping out, and then my foot was rolling out, and it was just really weird, and I'd never experienced any kind of physical limitation other than fatigue in my lower extremities. So this was a really kind of a weird thing for me, really disheartening, because at times when I lift my foot, if I lift it too far off the ground, it feels like my foot's getting pulled off like you would pull it off a Ken doll or something like that, and it just like clicks out. I don't know if it's physically clicking out of place, but it sure does feel like it's clicking out of place, and the same is true for my right knee. But then I discovered that I had not pronation. I'm going to look at my trusty brain here for a second, if I may. It is, where'd the word go? Oh, bananas. Okay, supination. Supination? Okay, so my feet are rolling outward. Now I say feet now because now it's my left foot as well as my right foot. That complicates things. You can't hold the cane in two hands. So I have to rotate. Thankfully, they haven't both gone out at the same time, but I'm assuming that's going to happen. So now I have my left foot currently acting up and swelling right around that pointy bone on the side of your foot. I don't know what it's called, but everybody has it, and you bang it, and it's like, like a funny bone for your foot. So it swells up a little bit, and my right foot started feeling better because I was walking with my cane, and then it was in my left foot, and I don't know how to describe it, but it's supination, and that's what it's called. So I also have a whole lot of more muscle and tendon tightness going up my legs in the back. So that's complicated my fatigue even further, and it's not just heat because it's been actually pretty temperate here, but it's my new thing. So I'll do the best I can with it, and I'll smile through it, and we'll make a way. I just recently watched, just actually a little more than recent, just a few minutes ago, I just watched LaurenVParott's new video. And she is a very courageous young woman, and I definitely look up to her. She's taught me a great deal. She supported me as best she could, in ways that she doesn't even know, just by making the videos and touching on some of the topics with Sabri and PML and some of the other complications that can go with modern therapies. I'm completely indebted to her. She has a wonderful personality, and for her to be so transparent on these videos really motivates me to get comfort just simply in her presence. So sometimes I even watch her old videos just to get in touch with that feeling that I'm not alone. So her video today that I watched seemed to touch on some sensitive areas that we all have with multiple sclerosis, and that is our weaknesses. And we have them. We have multiple sclerosis, and whether we like to admit it or not, it is a setback. It's a weakness. But from my experience, it's the pain, the weakness, and the sorrows in my life that have made me the stronger woman. And I get teary all the time when I think about the things that I've gone through, the memories that I've had about what I used to do when I used to work at Target and run around the floor, and everybody thought I was a really good worker and everything. And now I look back and I could never do that job right now. It would be impossible. And that was only in 2009 I retired from Target. But when I was listening to her video, I really felt for her because it was emotional. It's emotional to talk about your own limitations and being able to say to someone or a multitude of people that you have multiple sclerosis, because you have the power within yourself to be who you are, and you are not multiple sclerosis. I'm Tracy and she's Lauren, and on a day-to-day basis we're able to pull ourselves off. We could just go on as normal, because we've learned to compensate for our weaknesses and our disease in our bodies. We've learned to walk a little with our feet not so high in our step, or we learned with a cane, or perhaps we just learned to stay out of the heat. So it's not so exaggerated. So that was a wonderful video that I just watched. But try to remember that you wouldn't be as strong as you are unless you did have multiple sclerosis. Now, it does limit you, and it does perhaps weaken your body and give you fatigue, and you're not able to do the things that you used to do. But the one thing you can do is still be you. You can still be your positive self. I'm a very bubbly person. They call me a spark plug at church. I was like that before I felt ill, and I'm like that now. Nothing has changed. So with Lauren, she's going to graduate school, she's on television, that was always her focus, and she's continuing on with her focus. It was a hurdle. She's over it. I understand that. Mine's a hurdle too. But I get over each one, and every day presents a new hurdle. Sometimes I get more hurdles in a row, like the hives I had way back when. And then when I can't remember things, boy, that makes me so frustrated. And all of the stuff that comes with it, that's difficult. But I can still be me, and you can still be you. Now, I don't want to sound like any kind of positive guru, because really, typically in my nature, I can be quite critical with myself and others. I confess. But you can still be you. You're just you with MS. When we are in pain and when we are feeling at our worst, people around us are looking to us to see, what does the worst feeling you can imagine make someone turn into? And you and I have an opportunity to show them it doesn't turn you into anything you weren't before. We can handle this. We can do this. We do have power. We can accept the life that we've been given. And we can not just accept it, but we can charge through it. When I am hurting, and everybody knows I'm hurting, but I'm still myself, it really makes them think of, why am I so down? Or why do I not appreciate my life, or my health, or my family, or my wife, or my husband? We are a living reality check for everyone around us, everyone with a disability, everyone with a chronic illness. We are a walking testimony that illness doesn't have to beat you down. It does not have to destroy you. You can live with illness, chronic illness. You can live with pain and smile. Because I found that no matter how hard the pain is, and even though it could end in tears,